Let me start off by saying that I love Google Ads. Why? Because it is the fastest way to show up in front of prospective clients when they're looking for a lawyer. That said, there's a caveat. We have seen lawyers waste so much money on Google Ads when they did them incorrectly that they would say that Google Ads don't work for me. The reality is that you just didn't do it right, or whoever was managing it for you didn't do it right. Here's how to make it work for you. If you do this correctly, you should be making decent return on investment. When I talk about decent return on investment, I'm talking about you should be making at least 4-to-1 return. Meaning, for every dollar that you put into Google Ads, you should be getting at least $4 in gross revenue. That's a decent return on investment. Some of our clients see returns on investment much higher than that, 6, 7, up to 10 plus 10x return on Google Ads. How do we do it? How do they do it? Well, think about Google Ads. 5 to 10% of all people, according to numerous studies, when they search for a lawyer, will click on the ads. That's right, only 5 to 10%. The rest will not either click on anything or will bypass ads because they have advertising blindness, as most of us do, right? And will go straight to those organic links that are below the ads. So, but the other 5 to 10% will click on those. If your ad closely matches to whatever it is that they were looking for, and that's a big if. We've seen so many poorly structured ads because people look for lawyers so many different ways. I mean, there are hundreds of different ways somebody could look for example, a criminal defense attorney, right? You need to have ads that are matching those search queries. If they don't match, people will not click on those ads. If they do not click on your ads, but click on your competitor's ads in the same space, let's imagine that your competitor is spending $7 per click and you're spending $7 per click out of the gate. Over time, let's say that the average click-through rate on your ads is half of your competitors, meaning half as many people click on your ad versus your competitors because the content of the ad is not very good. It doesn't closely connect to what the person is looking for. Google is going to adjust your cost per click, supposedly by about 100%. The reason for that is they want to equalize how much money you're spending and your competitor spends. They're paying $7 per click and getting, let's say, 100 clicks. You are getting 50 clicks, so they're going to equalize your cost per click to $14, so you'll spend exactly the same amount as your competitor does. Sucks for you. Why? Because you will get half as few people visit your website as your competitor does, and in turn, you will probably close half as few or get half as few clients as your competitor does. And the company, the law firm who can spend most amount of money and get the most number of clients can reinvest most money into getting more clients and thus continue to make more and more money and thus grow and grow and grow, and after some time outspend their competition by such a wide margin that they will be getting disproportionately more business and your life will not be as great. So make sure that you have ads that closely match all types of search queries that people put into the search field when looking for lawyers who practice in the same practice areas as you do in the same geographical market where you offer services. Next, when they click on that ad should be sending them to a landing page, not the home page, most of the time not the service page, but the landing page that closely connects to whatever it is that they asked for when they searched for a lawyer. It has to closely match to what the ad said, and then that landing page should talk about all of that. And there should be a clear call to action. How do you do all of that? How do you make sure that you have high-performance ads leading to high-performance landing pages that convert really well? You don't. You hire a high-performance marketing team that does all of this for you. That high-performance marketing team owes you the following results. They owe you a reasonable number of leads for the budget that you spend on those leads. And those leads have to be productive leads, meaning they cannot be sales calls from other vendors trying to sell you something. They have to be real leads, real people who are asking for or looking for legal help. That marketing company must report you clean number of leads, meaning filtered leads, actual leads. Let's say you had 100 inquiries. Out of those, only 60 were actual leads, like people who are actually asking for help. So they should be reporting that you got 60 leads over the last month, over the last 30 days. You spend, let's say, for 60 leads, let's say you spent $1,800. So average cost per lead was $150. Terrific. Out of those leads, you should report back to the marketing company how many of those leads became your clients. Let's say that your close rate is not great. Let's say it's 10%. So out of 60 leads, you got 6 clients. Is that a lot or a little? Well, 6 clients for $1,800, not counting the money that you spent on the marketing company. Well, not counting that, you're spending about $300 per client. Let's say that the marketing company charges you $1,200 for managing, creating campaigns and managing those campaigns and reporting on those campaigns and tweaking those campaigns. So that adds another $200 per client because $1,200 and you got six clients. So your total client acquisition cost is now $300 cost per client acquisition for ads and another $200 for managing those campaigns. So now you spend $500 on client acquisition. Is that little or a lot? It depends on how much is the customer or client lifetime value. How much are they going to spend with you over the lifetime of the relationship? If you're getting that client for 20% or less of what they're going to spend with you, it's a terrific win. Because if you're spending 20%, let's say they're going to spend $5,000 with you and you spend less than $1,000 on acquisition, that's a return of 5 to 1. Keep on plowing money into Google Ads until you start seeing significantly diminishing returns. I would, if I could put $1 into something and get $5 back, that's like a money printing machine. Where a lot of lawyers make a mistake is they hire a subpar marketing company that reports results in a very subpar way. So for example, they do not report clean lead data. Instead of reporting that you actually got 60 sales inquiries from prospective clients, they report that you got 100 inquiries because they never take the time to go through those inquiries and determine what percentage of those inquiries was actually productive for you. And then you're like, wait, I got 100 leads, but I got 6 clients. Why is the close rate 6%? This is terrible, blah, blah, blah. Get somebody who really knows what they're doing, reports clean data, has a positive feedback loop with you, so you actually have to tell them how many clients you got out of those leads, and then they will help you make better decisions, and they will create better campaigns, and you will do really well. Can all of this fail? Yes, there is a caveat. If you work in an incredibly small market where there is very little demand for your services, people are simply not looking online for lawyers in your practice area, doesn't matter how much money you spend on Google, actually you're not going to spend very much because there won't be many clicks. But if there is very little demand, then ads are probably not going to perform very well. So if you're in a rural area with very, very, very small population, this is where the ads will fail. The other times ads fail is when they're not created properly. Meaning, and there are so many ways to screw this up, the keyword research that was done for those ads was not done properly. Ad copy was not created properly. Landing pages were not created properly. There are so many ways for this thing to go wrong. You really have to hire foremost experts in this. How do you hire foremost experts? You interview them. I know based on experience of talking to so many lawyers, most of our clients are not what we refer to as virgin clients, meaning they have been with other marketing companies before us, and they walked away really dissatisfied with the results. For that reason, I create a checklist that you could use, download it below, that will help you when you're interviewing marketing companies to make sure that you get the best marketing company that your money can buy. And remember, the best marketing company is going to be absolutely free to you. The money that you're going to invest with them is going to come back 4-fold or 5-fold or 6-fold or 7-fold because they should be delivering more revenue, much more revenue than what you're putting into these leads. And when you do, you're going to be one happy lawyer.